Hello, busy people trying to get healthy. My name is Dr. Ivy Branin. I'm a naturopath doctor here in New York City. And today we're going to talk about a really quick and easy way to get some more vitamins and nutrients, which is something we always want to do. And we're going to be using actually one of my favorite herbs. The herb is nettles. And the reason why I love nettles is, one, we use all the parts. All the parts have either medicinal or nutritional value. For example, the root is great for people with prostate problems as well as PCOS because it really helps with regulating testosterone. And then also the seed is a great kidney tonic, so it's great for anybody with kidney problems. And then the leaves are amazing as far as, one, they have nutritional properties, which we'll talk about. They're also great antihistamine when they're freeze-dried. And so the main thing with herbs and with nettles that we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a cold infusion. And first I'd like to actually just show you what nettles look like, because you might not have ever heard of them, or you might be familiar because they are a common weed. So here's actually a big bowl of nettles that I harvested when I was in France. And then here, to highlight the culinary use, here is nettles pesto. Amazing, really delicious. And then here are what we call beignets, or nettle fritters, basically. And probably not the most healthy way to have nettles, but delicious nonetheless. And then here's my nettles expert, or should I say ortie expert, as they say in France. His name is Philippe Flaubert. He is an herbalist in Salon-de-Paracle. So if you went on this year's retreat, you may have remembered him and his amazing wild crafted dinners. Okay, so pretty easy. So just to get started, so we're going to take about a cup of dried nettles. So you can see right here, got some beautiful dried nettles. And also we have a 4 ounce, or I'm sorry, not 4 ounce. We have a 1 quart ball jar, or mason jar, which is what I typically use when I'm making a nettles tea. And we have some water that I filtered. Definitely want to use some nice filtered water. And basically, so some people might think, oh, this is actually somewhat false advertising, because basically, as far as not taking too much time, and basically it won't take you that much time to make this, but you just have to wait. So with cold infusions, what we do is we basically let them sit overnight. So the first part would be just slowly pouring in the nettles. Pour in the nettles, and that's about a cup. And then we're going to pour in the water. And the reason why I really like doing sort of a nice cold infusion of nettles is, one, it's really, really high in calcium. So especially with women who might have osteopenia or osteoporosis, this is a really great way to basically to help build bone. It's also a great source of iron, especially if you're somebody who's vegetarian and not getting so much iron from the diet. And it's also a great source of vitamin A, and vitamin A is great for both the immune system. It's really great for skin. Yeah, vitamin A is just a really great vitamin. And so basically, so we have our cold infusion here, or just ready to get started. And so basically what I'll do is I'll let this sit overnight. And because, of course, through the magic of television, I actually have one that I did the night before. So here's our final product, and you can kind of see it's a little bit dark, a little bit black, which is actually exactly what we want from our cold infusion. And one of the things is sometimes there can be some pressure buildup when we've let it sit overnight. And so you want to be a little bit careful. You definitely want to do this over the sink. Another thing I like to do is right before I actually strain it, I do like to scoop a little bit of the refuse, or basically the nettles out. Mostly because sometimes what happens is an air pocket can come up, and it sort of basically is gonna overflow. Yeah. And so I'm just actually gonna empty this out, and so I can basically strain the nettles into this kettle here. Okay, so I'm just going to slowly strain the nettles into our little, you can kind of see here, I'm just basically just straining out. And sometimes what you want to do is also, as you're slowly straining, you can basically just kind of tap it with your fingers just to kind of squeeze out any of the liquid, and then basically returning it to the bowl, because basically the herb does soak up a lot of the water, so it does expand quite in size. So I'm just kind of pouring the rest of this out. Yeah, it's just nice kind of patting out the nettles. Okay, and of course, the whole reason we do this is to drink it, and so basically it's going to make about 4 cups, and you can just sort of sip it throughout the day. So there we go. I actually just enjoy it room temp, or you can also refrigerate it. I wouldn't recommend reheating it because that could actually affect the properties of the nutrients. And here you can see it has like a nice, rich, dark, kind of blackish color. I'm going to have a little sip, and I like it. It doesn't really, it has a very nice mild flavor. It kind of has like a little bit almost of a tea flavor without that acidity. So yeah, it's just a really nice beverage just to drink throughout the day. And again, it's a great thing to have, especially if you're wanting to build some bones. So anyway, thank you so much. Again, this is Dr. Ivy Branin of Simplicity Health Associates, where simple solutions to health come naturally.